What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Action Packed Sunday. And this week, I'm looking at Neon City, a little action flick from 1991, starring Michael Ironside and NFL great Lyle Alzado. Yeah. So this is one of those little interesting ones that I had to do some digging. And of course, yeah, I hate when I do digging to find some B-grade movie bullshit, which I don't like. But overall, I found this one, so I decided, you know, how about I review this for my channel? So here goes nothing. So the title is Neon City. What can I say about this? The plot is interesting, but there was also a whole lot of good and some things I did not like about it. But I'm going to tell you one thing right off the bat is that Neon City is essentially like a cheap Mad Max clone. The only difference is that there's the setting. Instead of being set in a dystopian Australia, is set in a nuclear fallout America, which is kind of scary if you think about it. But beside that, but somehow they take a little bit of the Mad Max moments and crank them up a notch, as in like dangerous terrain things that they've added to this movie. I thought that was a really clever look. But the overall plot is this. So the main character, Michael Ironside, he plays a mercenary named Harry Stark, which in all honesty is possibly the worst character name for a hero. So yeah, you might want to change your name, dude, unless you're supposed to be Tony Stark's distant son or relative kind of thing. But anyway, so he's tasked in escorting a witness to Neon City. Somehow a little bit of betrayal goes along, and somehow him and his prisoner are on an armored transport bound for Neon City, which is kind of like how I say, like paradise kind of thing. But of course, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, when you finally see Neon City in the movie, it's not really paradise. So, but anyway, Lyle Alzado plays a soldier / the driver of the armored transport to get them to Neon City. And a whole lot of things just go down. You got crazy terrain things. You got, evil bikers attacking the transport. It's all this crazy stuff. But there's a whole lot of other things. This is what overcomplicates the plot of the movie. Is like all these different characters' backstories. It's like they intertwine. It's like it kind of oversaturates and complicates the plot. Besides the main character Stark delivering his prisoner, you also have all these other passengers that are on this transport. You have this travel magician. You have the main character's ex-wife, which is really interesting. I'm like, wait, he was married? It just didn't make any sense. You had a politician's daughter, who just on her way back to Neon City because her father runs Neon City. Then you have a mysterious foreigner with an interesting twist, which I'm not going to get into for the sake of this movie review. And then you have a killer disguised as a traveling doctor. So yeah, a whole lot. I felt like this kind of man, it was like too much to follow. But yeah, I'm already giving everyone like a bit of a brain fart because yeah, it's like too much. That's what brought this movie down. But I will say the action is just top. Like there's some really good nail-biter moments. Like there's a part in the movie where they stop at a outpost to refuel, and they realize, oh shit, they're in a trap, and they get ambushed. It's a really good nail-biter moment. What I will say, Lyle Alzado, even though, let's see, some people say, oh yeah, from major athletes transitioning to screen is that they don't do real well, but believe it or not, I feel like Lyle Alzado is one of those few exceptions. Like not only can he play football, he can act, and he really does. Case in point, let's see, he can take a serious role, then he can take more of like a comical role. Go watch Learning the Ropes if you guys can find that show. So there you go. So yeah, not much else I can say, but like I said, it's a cheap Mad Max clone, but there's some really cool elements that really put it over the top. There's a part of the movie where they have to go through this poisonous gas cloud, and it's really scary, where everyone's got to wear like a gas mask. I was like, Jesus Christ, a nuclear fallout in the future? I would never expect that crap to happen. And like these giant solar flare sunstorms kind of thing, like so bright and so hot it would cook a man to death. So Jesus Christ, I would never expect this kind of stuff in a dystopian apocalypse like movie. But overall, is it entertaining? Yes. Is it good? All right. I'd say it's just about there, but it's not as good as a Mad Max movie. I mean, Mad Max is awesome. This was middle of the road. Depending on how you look at it. So yeah, I'd say if you want to find this movie, go check it out. I found it on YouTube, but of course, there might be some problems with it because like there's some like audio visual like synchronicities wrong with the movie. But if you can find it, go enjoy it. All right. So I'm gonna give Neon City. I'm gonna give Neon City maybe a 6 out of 10. It's better than average. It's not as good as Mad Max, but definitely well worth enjoyable to watch. All right. So that does it for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome videos.